This is a very, very, very sad anti-China propaganda. Again, I was looking at it and I thought this can't be real. He's probably being a little bit sarcastic, or she, whoever runs the account, or them. Then I went on the account and watched several videos to see if they have that form of sarcasm that they're using. But that's actually quite serious, all the videos. So I can only assume that they mean this serious. So in their view, is when people are going out with lots of people on the streets during their holidays in Chongqing. As you can see, a magnificent city. It's a hyper cyberpunk city, and then they call that collapsing. Then my question to this USA Today is, how do you call those junkies and homeless people, those millions living on the streets of LA, Philadelphia, and all over the United States? I can't even name all the cities and states. How do you call that? How do you call all these old buildings? Just compare, and I have no hate to New York City. I mean, I love New York. I used to love it. I actually wanted to move over to New York back in the days before 2001. But 2001, the collapse of the Twin Towers just stopped me from going. Anyways, so I have no hate against New York City, but man, it's a mess now. It's such a dirt. It's unbelievable how dirty it has become, and the amount of people living on the streets is just ridiculous. So my question to the United States is, then how do you call that? And just look at the buildings of New York and compare those to the city of Chongqing that you just showed. There's no comparison. And this is not throwing shade on the United States or on New York, because I love New York still. But the New York compared to its similar cities in China, like Chongqing or Shanghai, it's just no comparison. It's like New York is stuck in the 80s. Like, you can literally go and take an old mob video of the 80s, and you will see exactly the same buildings. They are still the same. Well, not the same. They're crumbly. It's just dusty and everything. Uh, how come that is what's considered doing well, and a city like Chongqing, which is mega, everybody should just, if you don't know anything about it, just go and watch videos about it. It is amazing. You will not understand what you see. How can you compare it? Do you even understand that when a developing nation can compare itself at a same level, or even in a higher level, when we compare Chongqing to New York? That's like this. Yes, yes, my hand is there. Yeah, you cannot see how low it is. My hand can also not reach that low, right? If a developing nation can compare itself or go above like that level, then it is time to concentrate on your own nation instead of focusing on trying to be nasty about others. Because there's a lot that you can learn from China, especially when it comes to building cities and making the lives of your people safer, more enjoyable, and more convenient and cheaper. Yeah, that's all the opposite in the United States now, and the rest of the collective West, who still think they are the bomb. While in actuality, developing nations are actually going way levels higher than us. And if you don't want to see that, then that's very, very sad. But that's reality. So instead of making all this propaganda, go over there and just think, how could China do that in just 40 years? Improve the lives of their people to the point that they went from number 11 poorest country in the world to the biggest economy in the world according to purchasing power parity, and that was already in 2014, that they beat the United States of becoming the biggest economy in the world according to purchasing power. How can it be? How can it be that the people in China can have way less more money but can save way more money than any American or any person from the West? How come? What happened to us? Why don't you worry about those things? That is something you should be really, really focusing on. That is what we need the media to do. There's nothing for us for just being nasty about other countries. It doesn't help us in any way, shape, or form. The media should be on the side of the people. The media should be addressing especially domestic problems like we all starting to have or are already having, like homeless and drug problems like the United States. It's starting here also. That's what the media should do. Focus on that. Be for the people for one time instead of being for that 1% that owns you. Well, that figures why you are only for them and not for the people. And that is why the people should never support you guys. Anyways, this was your favorite half Chinese. Please drop it a like, share, and if you have not yet, then follow. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. Have a great day.